Hey, Joel. Are you still at school? You should be, right? 'Cause it's just past 12. Recess, right?
Yes, Mom. I'm actually headed to woodwork class now. Did you need something?
Why woodwork? Do the popular kids not want to hang out with a nerd like you?
I don't have the strength for your taunts, Mom. Will you say what you need to or not? My tutor is almost here.
An Uber will come to take you when school is done.
An Uber? That's new. Let me guess, Dad is coming over to visit?
Yes.
I knew it.
It was impromptu, so I did not have enough time to plan. That's why I had to get an Uber to get you after school.
I guess I want Dad to come over more often, so I'll no longer have to take long walks home from school every day.
You should be grateful I make you take those walks, 'cause you'd have blown up like a balloon otherwise. Meanwhile, I cannot have you looking dirty and sweaty when Chris comes over. So there's a pair of new clothes on your bed. Wear those as quickly as you can before your father gets home. But after you've had a long bath to wash off, that is.
But I do not have any shower soap. You refused to replace mine for ages since they last finished.
I did not refuse, Joel. I forgot. How can I not afford my only darling son something as essential as bathing soap?
Right.
Meanwhile, there's a teeny-weeny bar in the dish over the sink as well. That should last you about 2 days. After that, no more for now. Mom, don't raise your voice at me, young man. Many kids don't get to have the opportunities you do. You should be kissing my feet and thanking me.
For what? For making me walk 3 miles home from the cheapest school in town every day?
We had to save money, Joel. Your father does not take care of us anymore.
What about the old clothes I have to wear every day? Is that also an opportunity many kids don't have? My pants are literally 3 sizes small right now. And how come you always have nice clothes?
I won't be answering any of your silly questions right now. But just so you know, my boyfriend, Fred, takes care of all my needs.
Why can he not take care of mine also?
He's not your father, silly.
And he's not your husband either, Mom.
I'll give you a hot smacking if you speak to me in that tone of voice ever again, Joel.
I'm just glad you cannot do that over the phone. I'd have been toast by now.
You see the way you talk to your own mother? You don't even have the slightest respect for me. That's why I don't like you.
It doesn't matter if you like me or not, Mom. I'm your son, and it is your duty to take care of me. So far, you've done only the bare minimum.
I can only do what the money your father sends allows me to. Nothing more.
What about food? I've been malnourished for months now because you never leave any food for me.
Do you not have lunch at school? That should be more than enough for 1 day for a child your size. That is, unless you have an oil barrel for a stomach. Regardless, it is my sole duty as your mother to make sure you keep fit at all times. And that's why you've been eating less and walking more.
I don't want to walk home from school anymore.
What you think about it doesn't matter. So do me a favor and keep shut. Meanwhile, speaking of food, I left out some ingredients and a recipe on the kitchen counter. I want that meal prepared before your dad comes around. It's his favorite, spicy grilled fish and sweet potato fries. Don't forget to tell him I was the one that made it, in case I'm not home when he comes. Also, today's a special day, so you can have as much food as you can eat.
Okay, now there's a bright side.
Don't get too comfortable, though. All these fun and games are only going to last today. Afterward, it'll be back to business as usual.
You only treat me like your son when Dad is around. That is so unfair.
Whatever. Just make sure you do all I have asked you tonight.
Dad is just as bad, but at least he brings gifts. At least he pretends to care. But you? One day I'll have all the money in the world, and you won't be able to hurt me anymore.
Let's wait till then. Isn't your tutor coming into class anymore? Hurry along and focus on your woodwork.
Hi, Naomi. I was able to get back to Grayshire tonight.
Oh, really? That's nice.
Yeah. It was quite windy, as you said it would be, but thank goodness I didn't have to book a hotel or anything like that. You won't believe how much money I saved just by putting my head in the storm.
You'd have spent more if the storm caught up with you, you know.
But it didn't, and that's great, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for the pleasant dinner tonight. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, you're welcome. That was the least I could do, seeing as you haven't come by in a while.
Yeah, I've been choked up a crazy lot at work lately.
I understand.
You do? Well, that's new.
Don't mock me, Chris.
I'm not mocking you, I promise. I must confess, though, you've become a much better cook since I last ate your food. And what that was, 1 year ago? I'm literally wowed.
Well, what can I say? I've had more than enough time on my hands to improve my culinary skills.
Yeah? And Joel eats so perfectly as well. You're doing a much better job raising him than I ever could have.
So now you agree?
You don't have to rub it in, Naomi.
I've told you, no one can take care of a child more than his mother.
Fine, you win.
Yeah.
I like the way you take care of him. Thank you.
You don't have to thank me. He's my son as much as yours, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Right, that reminds me. I sent in the child support for the month. Were you notified?
Yes, thank you.
What? You don't sound bright about it. Is it not enough?
Well...
No, Naomi. You cannot say that again this month. I literally sent you 25% of my income, and that still isn't enough for you.
It won't be enough, 'cause Joel is sick. I need more money for consultancy and treatment at the hospital.
I feel like you're just coming up with excuses at this point. 'Cause last month you said the roof of Joel's room was leaking in the rain.
What are you saying, Chris? I'm telling you, the boy is sick. Why would I want to lie about that? I'm his mother.
Joel was perfectly fine when I saw him this evening.
Because I asked him to act like all was fine. I knew you'd be worried otherwise. You came a long way to see us, you know. I wanted you to go home happy at least. But in the end, it is what it is. Joel is not feeling fine and I need some more money to get him treated.
I don't believe you, Naomi. Not one bit.
I can show you the doctor's reports. They say he has some, gastrointestinal something. Just a bunch of medical jargon, I'm not sure. You can also call Joel to confirm it. He'll tell you.
Really?
Yes.
Send me the doctor's report then. And God help you if I ask the boy and he denies all your outrageous claims.
Fine.
Naomi, did Chris later come to the house? Did you get the money? Please answer me. I'm dying from suspense here.
Guess what?
What?
I did!
Oh, phew. Thank goodness.
Right? Your fabricated doctor's report was just the charm.
I told you, didn't I? Chris is a smart guy. You don't deal with such people on the surface. You have to go the extra mile.
I'm shocked he didn't try to confirm the hospital or the doctor.
Well, thank goodness for that. But even if he did, I got one of my doctor friends to sign that report. The hospital is also a real one.
OMG, Fred, you just keep blowing my mind for real.
That's why you fell in love with me, wasn't it?
I guess.
How did you handle Joel?
I just took his phone while he was asleep and replied to Chris's messages. You need to have heard him mumbling shakily like he was afraid his son was going to die. He even quickly called me to confirm which account he'd been sending the money. Damn, he's so gullible.
That was brilliant of you as well, my love.
I'm learning from the best, aren't I?
I am indeed the best. Now that that's over with, you'll send all the money into my account, right?
What? All of it?
Of course. The first $2,500 and the one he just sent, everything.
That's way too much.
I came up with the idea to get that money. I say how it is spent.
But I got it for my son. We will need a little at least to get by until I'm able to milk Chris again.
I gave you $100 last week. That should be enough to carry you and your lousy son for at least, 2 weeks?
That money is finished already, Fred. I cannot send you any more money this month.
Ugh, I don't understand you anymore, Naomi. Did we not agree to keep saving money until it is big enough to ditch this god-forsaken place? Or don't you want to start a new life with me away from your stupid son and nosy ex-husband? In Dubai?
Heaven knows I'll give anything just to get away from them. That boy sickens me.
Exactly. That's why I'm asking that you make the little sacrifice of letting me keep all the money we make so that we can achieve our goals quicker.
Oh, why do you have to be the one calling all the shots all the time? Why can't I save the money for us?
We both know it won't last a day in your hands. You'll blow it off on the latest Gucci and Louis Vuitton. We can't have none of that right now.
Oh, I guess you're right.
I just need you to calm down and trust me, darling. I swear, I am this close to sorting out a house and a business for us over there.
Really? Is it the house I chose? The mansion?
You know it.
Oh my god, Fred, that's wonderful news.
Yes, but for that we'll need a couple more tens of thousands of dollars.
Huh? How do I know you're telling the truth, Fred? I've been giving you Joel's support for months now, and I still haven't seen any of the plans you claim you're making.
But I showed you pictures and documents, did I not?
Those are not valid proof. Besides, how do you want me to convince Chris to give me any more money?
Leave that to me, darling. I'll keep coming up with ideas to get more money from Chris. I promise we'll soon have all the money we need and be out of here. Speaking of ideas, I just came up with one off the top of my head. You could take away Joel's phone and sell it.
What?
Yes. He's using the latest Pair U phone, right? I hear it's worth a fortune, even if it's been previously used.
That was a gift from his father, Frederick. Joel won't let go of it.
Ah, come on, Naomi. You're smart, aren't you? I know you can come up with something. Tell him his father hates him and wants the phone back. Anything. By the way, is he not too young to be using such expensive gadgets in the first place? You may think you have him under control right now, but one day he'll use that same phone to expose you to his father. The money from that phone can be all we need to finally leave this place.
Ugh, I'm not sure about this. We might get caught out.
I'm tempted to believe you no longer love me or want to marry me.
Oh, but I do, Fred. You know I do.
Then be quick and do the needful.
You have an hour, Joel. Finish up clearing your phone and submit it to me.
Do I really have to do that, Mom? I really love my phone. That's the only thing that truly gives me joy. I don't want to give it up.
I'm sorry, but the person who gave it to you wants it back. There's nothing I can do about it.
Why does Dad hate me so much?
I won't say he hates you, actually. He's just going through a lot right now. He got you that phone for a lot of money, but that was when he was still well off. Now he wants it back so he can sell it, for his business.
But it was a gift. People don't just take gifts away.
Yes, but this case is different. You're his son and he can do anything he wants to you.
One day when I'll be a parent, I'll do better than you and Dad.
Oh, stop whining and do as you've been told.
This is so unfair. Why can't I ever get anything that I want?
Joel, behave.
Ugh. Yes, Mom. Naomi, I've been trying to get to Joel for days now. His line has been unreachable. Do you know where he is? Do you know if he's okay? Answer me, Naomi, please. I need to talk to my son. Dad? Joel? My boy. Thank goodness, I thought something really bad had happened to you. Your phone has been switched off for days now. You don't need to act so surprised, Dad. I know the truth. Huh? Mom said she was going to give my phone to you. Why would she need to return the phone I gave you as a gift? She said you no longer had any money, so you needed to sell the phone to support your business. That never happened. Why would I tell her to do that? Where is she? In her room with her boyfriend. They've been arguing a lot about some money. She asked me to stay in my room, but her phone kept beeping. I had to see who it was. Is that how she keeps you? Locked up like a prisoner each time he's around? She only lets me out freely when you come to visit. She makes me clean the house from roof to floor and makes me cook all the food too. So you cooked the meal I ate the last time? Yes, Dad. Wow. That's amazing, my boy. Thank you. But let's not deviate from the point. Mom doesn't like me to be seen around her friends or boyfriends. I haven't had any food to eat in days, and she says we're suffering because you've stopped giving us any money. I didn't ask to be born, Dad. Why do I have to suffer so much? Hey, Joel. You never have to say a thing like that. I love you, and I have always cared for you. That's a lie! Oh, but I'm telling the truth. Ever since your mom and I got a divorce, there has never been a month I skipped paying child support. There has never been a visitation day I missed in all these years. Or has there? No. As a matter of fact, lately, I've been paying more for your drugs and other medical expenses. What drugs? Are you not suffering from a gastric something in your tummy? No. So she's been lying to me all along? Oh, I see. She's been using you as a bait to take money from me for her stupid boyfriend. Huh? I really do not expect you to understand any of this right now, but I need you out of that house right now. No, Dad, I cannot leave. She'll be upset if she finds out I left my room. She has been abusive to you. But I could never do that to my own flesh and blood. Would you rather stay with her or come live with me? I want to live with you, Dad. Then pick up a few of your things and run to the bus station near you. Someone will be there to get you in 10 minutes. I cannot do it, Dad. I'll get caught. Hurry before she's done.
I've been looking everywhere for Joel. I just found out he chatted you up on my phone, and that was when he went missing. Where is my son?
You do not have a son, Naomi.
What do you mean?
A crazy woman like yourself does not deserve to be called a mother.
Look, Chris, I don't care what you're going on about. I know Joel is with you. I just need my son back.
It's funny how it took you 2 whole days to look for your son. What happened? Did your boyfriend not let you, or were you simply unconcerned?
Just in case you forgot, we're split up. I do not owe you any explanations regarding my love life.
Oh, yes you do. Especially when it affects my son.
Please send Joel back home. I'm asking nicely now, but the next time I do, it will be with so much force you won't even know what hit you.
What can you do, Naomi? Nothing.
I'll file a complaint with the police for abduction. You stole a child from his mother.
Oh, okay. Will that be before or after Child Services picks you up for child abuse and molestation?
What?
You diverted the funds I sent for our son's upkeep for your own personal use and still had the guts to maltreat him. You kept him locked up like a criminal in a house I pay rent for. How much more heartless can you be?
I did the best I could for him, okay?
The best you could? What stupid statement is that?
What did you want me to do? Splurge that amount of money on a child? He would have gotten spoiled and entitled. I had to teach him discipline.
But you could doll it all out on a grown man? And to think you even lied about him having a terminal disease.
I had to think about myself before anyone else. At the end of the day, you would still have abandoned me and taken your son with you. I had to save the money to start a new life with my boyfriend.
My son is with me now. He is safe and happy, and that is all that matters. But as for you, you'll get what's coming. I can guarantee that.
Why are there multiple vehicles with whizzing sirens outside?
I think that should be Child Services accompanied by the police.
No, Chris, please don't do this to me. I don't deserve this.
Do you really think you deserve to be treated any better? Wow, you're truly crazier than I thought.
I'm the mother of your only child, Chris. Don't forget I used to be the love of your life.
The landlord should be there soon to take away your things as well. I told him I was no longer interested in paying for the apartment, so don't forget to leave the keys behind.
What? Where will I live now?
You don't need a house anymore, by the way. There should be a police detention cell prepared and waiting for you. Or at best, a fully air-conditioned psychiatric ward.
Chris, please help me!
I'll help you. Only if you can pay back every cent I've ever sent to you.
I can't do that right now.
Thought as much.
But we can talk about this. I'm sorry.
Enjoy your new life, Naomi. Adios.
Hi, Fred. It's been quite a while.
Oh, hi, Naomi. Yes, it's been a long while, actually. Have you been released from detention yet?
Uh-huh. Though I was a little shocked that you didn't come to visit. Not even once.
Oh, that. I'm sorry.
Sorry, huh? Is that all you have to say?
Are you confused?
Kind of.
Well, I was busy attending to business.
Business? Over me? I thought we were together.
Correct, we were. Not are. I cannot have anything to do with an ex-convict.
Ex-convict? No, Fred, I was only detained for a week.
On counts of molestation and child abuse now awaiting recall and trial. It's the same thing. You're a criminal.
But you caused this, Fred. You made me exploit my son for money. You promised me a good life far away in Dubai. You cannot just leave me high and dry, especially when you're with all of my money.
Your money? Ha! That was Joel's money. And I'm sure he does not have a problem with giving me some, since his father will always make more available. But you, my dear, are a broke, hapless scumbag.
Do you no longer love me, Frederick? After everything we shared? The love, the plans, the money? I believe my flight ticket is still valid. You had one for me, didn't you? Where are we going to continue our travel plans?
Oh, about that. My flight actually left yesterday.
What?
Don't sound so surprised, Naomi. Surely you couldn't have been so gullible and clueless. Did you really think I would marry you?
What is going on, Fred? You cannot do this to me!
Oh, but I have. Even if I was madly in love with you, who would want anything to do with a psychotic woman who is wanted by the law? Definitely not me.
But you know what happened to me, Fred. I don't have a house or a family to return to. My ex-husband and son have abandoned me to my own devices. Even my own parents have said they want absolutely nothing to do with me. You're the only one I have in this city.
Then think of something else to do with your life and leave me out of it.
Frederick!
Please, I have to go now. My wife is waiting for me.
You have a wife?
Goodbye, Naomi.
As you may have expected, silly Naomi thought the best option after being duped by Fred was to return to Chris and Joel for their forgiveness. She threw herself on the ground and begged, promising the heavens and the earth. You wouldn't believe it. She even claimed Chris was the best thing that ever happened to her, and she wanted to get back together with him. But Chris wasn't one to be fooled twice, and saw right through her lies. He and Joel had built a solid relationship, devoid of all deceit and lies that previously plagued their lives. And they weren't about to go back to that route. Instead, Chris plunged into a lengthy legal battle against Naomi. She faced charges for child abuse and embezzlement of child support funds. At the same time, Chris supported Joel's dreams and encouraged him to pursue his passion for cooking. Together, they created a loving and trusting environment where Joel could thrive. And in the end, Naomi got convicted for her wrongdoings and was made to serve a light sentence. By the time she was released 2 years later, it was too late to begin all over. Fred had long disappeared, and all her hopes and dreams were shattered. So she lived on the streets, hopping from place to place and disappearing just before her rent was due. Eventually, she was run out of the town, never to be seen again.